stuff, and it's good to treat yourself every once in a while. So I went down and I got a few books. I originally limited myself to 3 books, however, I got 4, and you'll see why, because one of the books, when I saw it, I knew I had to get it. I was not leaving without this book. So, let's get into it. Also, if you want to follow my Goodreads, my storygraph, or my bookstagram, that is that there. It's just paperbackquill on all 3 platforms. Okay, self-promo over. I'm gonna start off with the first book I got, and this book is actually the book that I saw it and I needed it, and it is this one, the soul-crushing, emotionally tormenting A Little Life by Hiya. I hope I said that right. So this book, first of all, it's massive. Second thing, I want you to guess how much I paid for this book whilst I tap on it. Have a think. How much do you think I paid for this book? If you guessed £1, you'd be correct. I got this book for £1 in a charity shop. One of my co-workers told me that she went into the British Heart Foundation and she bought 3 books for £3.50, which is amazing. Like, that's so good. So I went in there, and as soon as I looked at the bookshelf, I saw this book and I was like, it can't be, but it is, obviously. I was expecting it to be like £5, but when I pulled it from the shelf, it had a £1 sticker on, and I was just like, oh, this book, this massive, soul-crushing book for £1. Sign me up. So I think this is the UK cover, because the ones I've seen, they have the cover of a man on the front. But I really like this. So obviously it says A Little Life, and in the letters you can see like the New York fire escapes. So I have heard that this book is beautifully written, that the characters are so good, and the storyline, it's heartbreaking. And I'm gonna find the blurb. That's the inside cover, which, as you can see, is on the spine and the lettering. So also, there's so many like newspaper reviews, and they're all like hyping this book up and complimenting it, so I'm very excited to read it. Also, I don't mind about doing this with my book. I know some people are gonna be freaked out, but it's fine. So, A Little Life. When 4 classmates from a small Massachusetts college moved to New York to make their way, they're broke, adrift, and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition. There is the kind, handsome Willem, an aspiring actor JP, a quick-witted, sometimes cruel painter pursuing fame in the art world Malcolm, a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, and withdrawn, brilliant, enigmatic Jude, who serves as a centre of gravity. Over the decades, their relationship deepens and darkens, tinged by addiction, success, and pride. Yet their greatest challenge, each comes to realise, is Jude himself. By midlife, a terrifying talented lawyer, yet an increasingly broken man, his mind and body scarred by unspeakable childhood, and haunted by a degree of trauma he fears he will not only be able to overcome, but that will define his life forever. In a novel of extraordinary intelligence and art, Yankihara has fashioned a masterful depiction of heartbreak and a dark and haunting examination of tyranny, of experience and memory. So, it sounds really interesting. especially the character of Jude with his childhood and trauma. Not to be too dark, but relatable. So, I'm very excited to read this book. A Little Life. That is the first book I got, and I'm still in awe that I got this book, first of all, and secondly, that I got it for £1. Go charity shopping, guys, you will find so many good books in there. Okay, on to the next three. So I love this shop called The Works. I go in there all the time, and they have this deal where you can buy 3 books for £6, and I did that. So I'm going to start with the book that I'm currently reading from the 3, and that is Two Wrongs Make It Right by Chloe Lisset. First of all, I love covers like these. I know it's like debated on in like the book community about cartoon covers, but I really like them. And I love this, like all the tattoos, like the detail. It's amazing. So I'll read the blurb. Jamie and B have nothing in common except a meat disaster and the mutual understanding that they couldn't be more wrong for each other. But when the people closest to them play Cupid and trick them into going on a date, the pair realise that they have something else in common after all, an undeniable need for revenge. Soon their plan is in place. Fake date obnoxiously and convince the meddlers that they're madly in love. Then break up spectacularly and dash everyone's hopes of putting an end to the matchmaking madness once and for all. To convince everyone they've fallen for each other, Jamie and B will have to nail the performance of their lives. But as their final act nears and playing lovers becomes easier than not, they begin to wonder, what if Cupid's arrow wasn't so far off the mark, and what if 2 wrongs do make a right? So I do love the fake dating trope. It's one of my favourites. So I knew I had to get it. I saw this on the shelf, and I've seen a lot of people like post about this book. That's why I picked it up. I didn't know what it was, and when I read the blurb, I was like, that actually sounds like my kind of book. As you can see, I'm reading it. I'm about 45 pages in, and I actually really am enjoying it so far. Something that I also really love about this book is that it features neurodivergent characters. So I don't know which one is neurodivergent yet, it's not said, but there's a book explores the realities of being neurodivergent, being autistic and having anxiety, and navigating the vulnerable gift of life and relationships, which to me made my heart glow, because I'm neurodivergent myself, and I never really read books about people like me, because there's not really that many. There's obviously more coming out now, but you know, they're not really like popular, they're not really heard of. So when I found out that this book has an autistic character in it, I knew I had to get it, because I just want to read more romance stories that include people like me. So I picked up that one, and then going along with characters like me, I got this one, Get Alive, Chloe Brown. So Chloe Brown is a chronically ill computer geek with a goal, a plan and a list. After almost but not quite dying, she comes up with a list of directives to help her get a life. Number 1, enjoy a drunken night out. Number 2, ride a motorbike. Number 3, go camping. Number 4, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex. Number 5, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage. And number 6, and do ... something bad. But it's not always easy being bad, even when you've written out step-by-step guidelines. What Chloe needs is a teacher, and she knows just the man for the job, Red Morgan. With tattoos and a motorbike, Red is the perfect helper in her mission to rebel. But as they spend more time together, Chloe realises there's much more to him than his tough exterior implies. Soon she's left wanting more from him than she ever ever expected. Maybe there's more to life than a list ever imagined. So, as a chronically ill person, again, I never really read books about people with chronic illnesses because there's not really that many. So, when I saw this one, I had to get it because I want to, discover, what this book entails. My chronic illness is basically just like I have a stomach disorder. I have acid reflux all the time, and some days it's good, some days it's bad. But I kind of understand the want of having a list of things you want to accomplish in your life, because sometimes as a chronically ill person, you just don't have the energy to live a normal life. So I'm so excited to read this one. It sounds like such a good book. I've heard a lot of things about it as well. Is that a cat? There's a cat. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. I'm sold. I am sold. I love cats. Off topic, but yeah, so I'm very excited to read this book and to read more about characters with chronic conditions, because we need representation. So there's that one. Onto the final book. It is Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey. Quite a thick book with a very long blurb. I don't think do I read all of it? Okay, so hair, makeup, clothing, decor, everything in Bethany Castle's world is organised, planned and styled to perfection. The homes she designs for her family's real estate business are the most coveted in town. The only thing not perfect, the track record with men. Me too, girl, me too. So she's on a dating hiatus, and now she finally has time to focus on her dreams, flip a house from framework to furnishings all by herself. Except her older brother runs the company and won't take her seriously. When a TV producer gets wind of the castle sibling rivalry, they're invited on Flip Off, a competition to see who can do the best renovation. Bethany wants bragging rights, but she needs a crew, and the only member of her brother's construction team willing to jump in is Wes Daniels, the new guy in town. However, Wes's Texas drawl and handsome face got under Bethany's skin on day one, and the last thing she needs is some cocky young cowboy in her way. As the race to renovate heats up, Wes and Bethany are forced into close quarters, trading barbs and biting banter as they remodel the ugliest house on the block. It's a labour of love, hate and everything in between, and soon sparks are flying. Bethany's perfectly structured life is 1 kiss away from going up in smoke, and she falls for a guy like Wes. And she knows falling for a guy like Wes would be a flipping disaster. So, there is this one. I think it's definitely an interesting concept. I've never read a book with this kind of concept, like construction and stuff. So definitely like a unique plot. I wouldn't say it's like enemies to lovers, based on like friends to lovers, strangers to lovers. I don't know, but it sounds really interesting. And I've read one Tessa Bailey book before, and I do like her writing. So I'm very excited to see how this book turns out. So that is the last book I got, but it is not the end of the haul. I recently, and by recently I mean 2 days ago, decided to get into the world of book tabbing. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically where when you read a book you have post-it notes that you stick by things like you want to remember. So for example, in Two Wrongs Make a Right, I have one which is for is for smut, orange is makes me smile, blush, yellow is quotes, neon yellow is like what the fuck, and that's not in like a plot point, it's like when the writing is like what the fuck, do you know what I mean? Then purple is shocking, so plot twist, purple. Sad is this light blue, and then this blue here is heartbreaking, like this is like sobbing, this is tears in my eyes, or sad, but this is like if I'm sobbing. So it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and when I was in WH Smith's I came across this pack. Oh, let me just reorganize it. I came across a pack of 10 of these little post-it notes. There are 2 other ones, but I think they're behind me actually. Yeah, they're there. There's these 2, but they are like neon, and I'm going for the pastel aesthetic, so I took them out. But that is what they look like, and they are just like little tiny post-it notes that you can just peel off and stick next to the corresponding thing. So there was a scene in the book where Jamie asks if he needs to hug B because she's like crying, panicking. That's what you do. You peel it off and you just stick it there. Now, obviously it sticks out, so I'm going to cut it, but I haven't got around to that yet. Anyway, there is that. That is it for my little book haul. If you've read any of the books that I've shown you, let me know. And if you have any book recommendations, let me know as well, because I'm always up for reading books. So that is it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Remember that you are loved and appreciated, and I'm wishing you all of you, Godspeed. And in case I don't see you, good morning, good evening, and